Newcastle boss Rafa Benitez will make changes for Wednesday night's Carabao Cup second round clash with Nottingham Forest. The Spaniard will use the depth of his squad, which will include youngster Dan Barlaser, as he looks for a first victory of the season. Newcastle have had a tough return to life in the Premier League, losing both of their games so far without scoring a goal. On the opening weekend they were beaten 2-0 at home by Tottenham, and on Sunday they lost 1-0 at Huddersfield. Nottingham Forest, meanwhile, have had a far brighter start to the season in the Sky Bet Championship. They find themselves in fourth, having won 3 and lost 1 of their opening 4 games. Striker Dwight Gale has been struggling with illness, but is expected to be available, while John Joe Shelvey serves the second installment of his 3-match ban. Defenders DeAndre Yedlin and Paul Dummett, both hamstring, and Florian Lejeune, ankle, are still out. David Vaughan will miss the match, after limping off at the weekend, while Chris Cohen, Matty Cash and Jamie Wood all remain sidelined. New signing Liam Bridcut is cup-tied, after playing in the first round of the competition for Leeds. This will be the third League Cup tie between the sides, with Newcastle winning the previous 2, in the second round in September 1974, after a replay, and the third round in September 2011. Newcastle have won 6 of their last 7 games against Forest at St James Park in all competitions, the exception coming in a 2-1 defeat in the FA Cup in January 1997, with a brace from Ian Woan knocking the Magpies out. Nottingham Forest have lost each of their last 12 League Cup ties against Premier League opposition. The Tricky Trees haven't eliminated a top-flight opponent since December 1993, when they beat Manchester City after a replay in the 4th round. The Magpies have progressed from each of their last 16 second-round League Cup ties, last being eliminated at this stage in 1990/91, losing 2-1 on aggregate to Middlesbrough. Green Souness was very critical about Newcastle's defending at the weekend, and rightly so. They also have problems at the other end of the field, and Dwight Gale could use a game here to get off the mark this season. Nottingham Forest have had a decent start and they could give Newcastle a tough game. Daryl Murphy will be desperate to start and score at his old side, where he didn't get much of a look in last season. We could be in for a shock at St James Park. Prutton predicts 0-1, 18/1 with Sky Bet.